Now in Good Morning Northwest is a pivotal week in the fight over student loan forgiveness. What the Supreme Court will hear this week and what it could mean for you if you've borrowed money for college.
Getting a nice break this morning, but we have more snow expected later on today and into tomorrow. How much and the timing on that coming up.
And spectacular pictures of the Northern Lights. Did you see them? You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Monday, February the 27th. Mark Peterson here with a look at that first alert forecast, and more snow is inbound.
Yes, it is, and it's to the southwest. Now, as we take a look southwest through our live camera here, you can see we've got some cloud cover. We also have some clear skies. We're sitting at 20 degrees, winds to 3 miles an hour. So wind chill not playing a big factor today. Make sure that you're prepared for the cool start. Scattered skips mainly into Idaho. The snow moving in later on today, and overnight we're expecting 1 to 3 inches, which gives you just potentially a sketchy Tuesday morning commute, and then it's going to be partly cloudy Tuesday afternoon in through Wednesday. Now we look at the forecast snow. Here's another computer model. It's been updated, showing definitely North Idaho and into parts of Grand Coulee, Ritzville about 6 o'clock tonight. We start to see those skips, but really it's overnight that we see that come in. And yeah, we're looking in that range of 1 to 3 inches, more so into the higher elevations, and that's going to be later on today through tomorrow morning. 38 will be our high today. We look at that next 12 hours. Now, we still have that potential for some light snow moving in. 32 at 11 o'clock, by 3, 38, and then by 7 o'clock, 31 degrees. So temperatures cool below freezing around 6 o'clock tonight.
And this morning from the Breaking Now desk. The U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear oral arguments this week on President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. The program aims to lift millions of eligible borrowers out of loan debt. Lawyers backing 2 key legal efforts to block the plan are set to argue their cases before the Supreme Court justices tomorrow. The Biden student loan forgiveness plan cancels up to $10,000 in student loans for individuals earning less than $125,000 a year, and $20,000 if they were Pell Grant recipients.
Student loan program is designed to give just a little more breathing room.
Separate lawsuits filed by 2 borrowers and a group of Republican-led states argue that the president's plan is an illegal abuse of power and is unfair to some borrowers. How and when the justices rule will also determine when payments on student loans will resume after the pandemic-related pause that has been in place for nearly 3 years. Typically, the justices release their rulings by the end of the current term, which is usually in late June or early July. While the case sits in the high court, advocacy groups are pressing the Biden administration to start considering backup plans in case it loses this case. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
2 Kootenai County 15-year-olds are facing burglary charges. Deputies say they stole valuables from nearly 2 dozen unlocked cars. One of those stolen items was a loaded revolver. Sheriff's deputies received a report of 2 suspicious men checking car doors in a driveway around 3:45 Sunday morning. When officers arrived, the masked teenagers hid in some bushes. Deputies arrested them after a short chase and said one of them was armed with a loaded revolver that had just been stolen from an unlocked vehicle. The teenagers are facing multiple charges of burglary, theft, and weapon charges.
The Spokane Valley man accused of raping 2 young boys is back in court tomorrow. 62-year-old Patrick Cabizo was released from jail until his next court appearance on the condition that he agreed to have no contact with children and to stay at least 1,000 feet away from the victims. Cabizo is accused of raping 2 young boys at his home this past winter. The boys told detectives they saw pills hidden in the pizza and wings they had ordered for takeout. Well, today is the green yard waste, or today's the day those green yard waste bins can start getting picked up again in the city of Spokane.
Curbside pickup for yard waste happens the same day as your trash and recycling pickup. It's a great time to dispose of all those fall leaves, food scraps, and food soiled paper items that can be composted instead of dumped in with all your other trash, like, pizza boxes with grease on it. This is a snapshot of some of the waste products that can go into those green bins. When you request a green bin, a monthly payment of $18.84 will be added to your utility bill. For more information on the service and composting on your own, just check out this story on KXLY.com.
All right, some lucky people got to see a rare sight for our area last night, the Northern Lights. The aurora borealis happens as a result of disturbances in the magnetosphere caused by solar wind. Now, this is a picture from the National Weather Service in Spokane. Several other people responded with their own shots of it. You can look, or you can, if you took your own pictures of last night's aurora and you want to share them with us, you can email them to markp@kxly.com. Mark's already shared a few of those and some really fabulous ones as well. So
gorgeous.
Yeah. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is coming up on 6:06 now.
And
We have a lot of talented photographers and apparently people with insomnia. So they got some great shots. This is what we're looking at when it comes to travel. This morning, you're in pretty good shape. Side roads, again, a little icy from over the weekend, but it's going to be the yellow light for this afternoon, this evening as some light snow moves in. But tomorrow morning, that's going to be the morning where we're going to get some snow on those roads. We're going to have a full check of your forecast coming up.
Dilbert dropped just ahead the racist rant that spurred a number of newspapers around the country to drop the comic strip.
And he's admitted being a liar and a thief, but he says he did not kill his wife and son. A look ahead to another day on the stand for accused killer Alex Murdaugh a little later in Good Morning Northwest.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
What's better than the perfect cut of meat for a tasty meal? That's easy. The perfect cut of meat on sale.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only with great savings on USDA Choice Boneless Beef New York Steak, $7.98 a pound. Boneless Beef Sirloin Tip Roast, $3.98 a pound. Prairie Fresh Boneless Pork Loin Roast, $1.98 a pound.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only. The savings are sizzling.
Shop local and get exclusive rebates up to $500 at Fred's President's Day sale.
With a variety of custom cafe colors and options, makes it easy to personalize your kitchen.
And when it's time for cleanup, the GE Cafe dishwasher has loading flexibility and a reversing wash arm to clean every inch of your dishes.
More rebates are available. Get up to $2,000 in rebates on GE Cafe appliances.
Come in and see the great selection of cafe kitchen packages during Fred's President's Day sale.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire is making room for new inventory. For a limited time, you can create your ideal space and save on in-stock selections. Sofas, chairs, tables, and more. Comfortable and beautiful furniture makes a house feel like home. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in concert. Relive the adventure of Harry and his friends as a live symphony orchestra performs John Williams' unforgettable score with the full movie projected on the big screen. Don't miss this magical live concert event of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in concert.
Second show added. Get your tickets now at ticketswest.com.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Nearly 200 people have now been arrested for poor building construction following the catastrophic earthquake that struck Turkey earlier this month.
More than 5,700 buildings collapsed in the country due to the 7.8 magnitude quake, which killed more than 50,000 people in Turkey and Syria. Building codes were tightened in the wake of previous disasters, but many of the collapsed structures appeared to have been new construction. Now, many are questioning if the government failed to take the necessary steps to enforce building regulations.
At least 61 migrants, including children, were killed when their boat broke apart on the rocks off the coast of Calabria, Italy. The vessel left the Turkish city of Izmir 3 or 4 days ago with up to 150 people on board. About 80 people were saved from the water while clinging to pieces of the boat.
Newspapers around the country dropped the Dilbert comic strip over the weekend following a racist tirade by its creator, Scott Adams. In a YouTube video, he claimed Black Americans called them a hate group and suggested white people should, quote, get the hell away from them. Adams has since said on Twitter that he was only, quote, advising people to avoid hate. And he suggested that the cancellation of his cartoon signals that free speech in America is under assault.
It's 10 minutes past 6 o'clock. We're trying to keep you on time. Here, 10-second takeaway, quick. Mild start to the day. We've got some light snow coming in later on today, and it will add up to about 3 inches by tomorrow. Your winter gear, 38 the high today.
Jeff Wright is well-versed with the magic of Disneyland, having experienced it for 2,995 days in a row. Back in 2012, Jeff was between jobs when Disneyland announced an opportunity to come to the park for 366 days that year, thanks to a leap day. He says it started as a joke between he and his friends, but the Anaheim local just kept coming back, even after landing a job helping his fellow veterans at the local VA hospital.
A lot of people go to happy hour. Well, Disneyland was my happy hour. I mean, I'd get over there about 5 o'clock after work, and I could walk around, I could stretch my legs, get some fresh air.
And now, 11 years after he started his challenge, with the Guinness record under his belt, Jeff has finally taken a break from his daily trips to the happiest place on earth. He says he's focusing on things like going to concerts with friends and travel.
He said it was his happy hour. It just makes me laugh because, it probably took him an hour just to get from his car into the park. You know, it's not an easy thing. Yeah. It is now, and not cheap. Holy cow, $6.11.
Two Spokane businesses rally their customers to help people in need, and they turned out big time. That story is just ahead.
And how much snow did you get at your house yesterday? Are you ready for some more? Mark's forecast is about 5 minutes away. As we send you off to a commercial break, here's a live look at St. Al's on the Gonzaga campus. Gorgeous. We'll be right back.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
At Mazda, we engineer confidence behind the wheel for all our drivers. The fact that the 2023 Mazda CX-5 remains the only small SUV in its class to achieve the highest rating in the new IIHS Side Impact Crash Test as of July 2022 ensures this confidence also extends to our passengers.
The all-wheel drive Mazda CX-5 was built for the Pacific Northwest. We have over 60 Mazdas in stock now at Foothills Mazda. Take yours home today or visit SpokaneMazda.com.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a heat pump with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free heat pump from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time double bacon cheddar pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Nacho cheddar cheese sauce, crispy bacon, Canadian bacon? Now that is an expression.
Change the way you pizza.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Despite the below freezing temperatures outside, a group of volunteers organized a local clothing drive on 2nd and Madison in downtown Spokane.
Yeah, the goal, providing warm winter gear to people in need. Our Peter Choi was there as the snow came down and the donations poured in.
Snow is coming down hard right now, and that hasn't stopped local organizations from gathering clothing to keep people warm here in downtown Spokane. And some of them came here, tell me they're thankful for the kindness and support in this cold weather. From freshly brewed coffee to sweaters and pants.
Hey, do you have any pants?
Yeah, what size do you have?
3130.
2 local businesses, Pro Mobile Auto Detail and Letter Coffee, hosted a clothing drive for the first time for people who are most vulnerable in these cold conditions.
We wanted to do some more stuff this year together as a team, and we kind of thought the best way to start was, do something a little bit more valuable for the community, not look as much on the business side and more trying to bring value to the individuals that need it the most.
It all started just a few days ago, gathering clothing and donation boxes.
If anybody has plastic tables that I could borrow, I would greatly appreciate it.
I'm told more than 300 bags of clothes were donated for this event.
200 bags, and if we reached 200 bags, we would have been the largest clothing drive since COVID. We overpowered that to 300 bags of clothing. So this is technically the largest clothing drive here in Spokane since COVID.
I need some warm clothes and went to snow today, and I'm so happy that it's great clothing and it's warm, and I'm really happy that I look good.
Businesses say the more support, the better, asking the public and other businesses to join for the next clothing drive.
Our hope is that as business owners that we can rally together and partner to serve our city.
If you're interested in donating, they say contact them on social media. In downtown Spokane, Peter Choi.
Yeah, see you, little man.
4 News Now.
300 bags of clothes.
Wow, but that's Spokane, though. You just say a need, and boy, people come out of the woodwork. It's awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Here is
we
also
need spring.
Awesome.
No, sorry. Just
Mother
waited.
Nature doesn't follow that. She doesn't follow suit, unfortunately.
Yeah, what did we say? We've passed fall, spring, and now we're like in third winter. You know those memes of like
Yes.
the seasons in the inland Northwest?
We're going to get snow. We're not going to get a large amount of snow, but impactful. All right, that's what I'm talking about right now. Let's take a look at what we've got coming in over the next couple of days. In Spokane, 1 to 3 inches. We're going to see 2 to 4 into Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint 4 to 6. Of course, higher elevations, mountains going to get more. But you look at Lewiston, Moses Lake, Omak, it's going to be less than an inch in many areas, 1 to 2 inches. So it's going to be a system that moves through rather quickly. We've got about a 30% chance of midday snow, and then it ratchets it up as we get through the day. 38 for our high today. Tonight, 26. 100% chance of snow overnight. We're figuring 1 to 3 inches light snow adding up. Boy, a lot like Sunday morning, right? And then so we're going to have right now temperatures that are relatively mild, 20 into Spokane, 22 Coeur d'Alene. Colville, you're cold, 9. You are going to see things warm up, but you're going to get some cloud cover. 27 to St. Mary's, Grand Coulee, you're at 18. So we look at the cloud cover and we see those clear skies up into northeastern Washington. You're going to start to see that cloud cover come in. It's going to take a while for this to load in, and this is where we're going to see that next round of snow. So here's some of the latest models. Computer radar, forecast radar. Okay, we're going through the day. We see about a 30% chance of afternoon. Now we start to see this come in 4, 5 o'clock. So the commute might be better than we had anticipated, but overnight we're going to see that gather. It's going to be a fairly quick system. We're going to have hit and miss through 6 a.m. We could see a continuation of some of that light snow through the morning commute. Again, extending that 1 to 3 inches. We're going to have temperatures nearing 40 today. Not going to be too bad. We look at the planning forecast. Now, we're going to see mid-30s Tuesday and Wednesday with, again, the morning snow. The afternoon Tuesday into Wednesday, partly cloudy, looking pretty nice. Temperatures cooling to 19. And then we've got more light snow coming in on Thursday, a break, and then more snow, light snow coming in for Saturday and Sunday. So that's what we've got there. Right now at 6:19, what we have is a Monday and our pet of the week.
Are you ready for some tail wagging fun? Kootenai Humane Society has some puppies that can help you out. These adorable little guys and gals were given a second chance at a long and happy life. There are several to choose from, and several different breeds, too. Puppies can be very entertaining and need lots of love and positive reinforcement. They are all looking for a family who will care for them and help them grow into your perfect family pet. Every puppy is spay or neutered, vaccinated, and microchipped before being adopted. Stop by Kootenai Humane Society on Tuesday or Thursday afternoons through the end of March to see these precious pups, or visit our website at kootenaihumane.org for more information on all the animals that are currently available for adoption. Can't adopt? Consider donating and help care for them while they wait to find their forever home.
Cute little guys, for sure. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:20. It was quite the weekend for the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
From ESPN's College Game Day coming to town to beating St. Mary's to clinch a share of the conference title, we'll have it all next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhart Painting Floor Coating Specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular, aids in the safety of your space, and much more. Call Everhart Painting today to schedule a free estimate. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, Walker's Furniture is ending the shortest month of the year with the biggest discounts of the year. For 28 hours only, get the biggest store-wide discounts up to 70% off. Plus, leave your credit cards at home and take advantage of no money down, no minimum purchase special financing for 5 years. So you can get that new living room or bedroom furniture you've always wanted and pay for it over time with no money down during the 28-hour sale this weekend at Walker's.
Whatever plans you have, whatever future you imagine for yourself, Idaho's public colleges and universities are here for your journey. Here to help you explore and develop your potential and expand your vision for what's possible. Here so that you can take advantage of opportunities presented by Idaho businesses and industries that want and need your talents. Here for you, for us, for Idaho.
Your kids want smartphones, but too much screen time can be dangerous. How do parents find a healthy balance, and what's at stake if we don't? I'm Derek Dice. 4 News Now starts the conversation with my special report, The Social Media Effect, Tuesday on Good Morning Northwest.
Spokane Hope Center for children born deaf and hard of hearing. They've got the kids. They don't have the room. We're expanding their theater of operations, refreshing offices, and it's all going to happen at the end of the month. The 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
When you need repairs to your vehicle, just look for this.
Your trusted, locally owned resource for efficient, cost-effective repairs.
Our Perfection Tire certified techs can do it all.
When that check engine light comes on, we can fix it. Need brakes? We can fix it. Factory scheduled maintenance, wipers not working, headlight out, squeaky belt, oil change, coolant leak, wheel alignment. Guess what? At Perfection Tire, we can fix it.
Why go anywhere else? We do it all. Nobody beats perfection.
Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhart Painting Floor Coating Specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular, aids in the safety of your space, and much more. Call Everhart Painting today to schedule a free estimate. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
It was quite the weekend for the Gonzaga Bulldogs basketball program. First, College Game Day was live from the McCarthy Athletic Center bright and early Saturday morning. Then the women's team clinched the WCC regular season title outright by beating BYU down in Provo in the afternoon. And then it was the men's turn later in the evening as they were able to outlast St. Mary's to claim a share of the conference title with the Gales. After falling down in Moraga just a few weeks ago, the Zags needed to win out to get a chance at their record-tying 11th straight regular season championship, but they were not going to be denied this time. In the first half, the Bulldogs built up a 19-point lead thanks to the performances of Anton Watson and Malachi Smith, who combined for 16 points in the first 20 minutes alone. But out of the break, that's where this became much closer of a contest as St. Mary's cut the Bulldogs' lead to just 5 with 3 minutes to play. However, the seniors on the team weren't going to let an upset happen this time as Watson and Drew Timme capped off a game with a couple of massive dunks, and Gonzaga holds on to win 77-68, and in the process keeps them alive for a potential number 2 seed in the NCAA tournament.
This was not looking good. I mean, several times, whether it was walking off the floor against Purdue or walking off the floor at Texas or or walking off the floor after we lost a couple games, even down at St. Mary's where we were 2 games back. But they hung with it and just put their heads down and got themselves back to where we always like to be, which is winning the championship.
As for the WCC tournament coming up later next week, Gonzaga enters as the number 2 seed, and they will play in the semifinals on Monday, March 6th, with Selection Sunday less than 2 weeks away.
All right, want to send your faraway lover a kiss. This story is a bit disturbing. A Chinese contraption with warm, moving silicone lips appears to have just the answer. The device advertises a way to let long-distance couples share real physical intimacy. Yeah, look at that. It's so weird.
It's so weird.
It's causing a buzz among Chinese social media users who've reacted with both intrigue and shock.
Equipped with pressure sensors and actuators, the device is said to be able to mimic a real kiss by replicating the pressure, movement, and temperature of the user's lips. The device also allows users to pair up anonymously with strangers or even upload their smooches in the app for others to download and experience. It's just so weird.
No, so much no.
Oh, wow. It is now 6:26.
All right, before we hit another break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7. Hopefully not this.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an important warning for everyone who uses an iPhone. The Wall Street Journal reporting criminals are exploiting an iPhone security feature to gain access to victims' entire digital lives.
Losing things you care about, like pictures of your family, and going through that all on my own without being able to reach anyone I care about was probably one of the worst 48 hours of my life.
After stealing your phone within minutes, thieves can use your passcode to change the password to your Apple ID. That allows them to turn off the Find My iPhone feature, making it nearly impossible to track, and with potentially easy access to apps that have critical personal or financial information, losing your phone may be just the beginning. Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert tips you need to know to protect the personal and financial information on your phone. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
There's a different way to treat HIV. It's every other month injectable Cabenuva. For adults who are undetectable, Cabenuva is the only complete long-acting HIV treatment you can get every other month.
Cabenuva helps keep me undetectable. It's 2 injections given by my healthcare provider every other month.
It's one less thing to think about while traveling.
HIV pills aren't on my mind. A quick change in my plans is no big deal.
Don't receive Cabenuva if you're allergic to its ingredients or if you're taking certain medicines which may interact with Cabenuva. Serious side effects include allergic reactions, post-injection reactions, liver problems, and depression. If you have a rash and other allergic reaction symptoms, stop Cabenuva and get medical help right away. Tell your doctor if you have liver problems or mental health concerns, and if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or considering pregnancy. Some of the most common side effects include injection site reactions, fever, and tiredness. If you switch to Cabenuva, attend all treatment appointments.
Every other month, and I'm good to go.
Ask your doctor about every other month Cabenuva.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Everhart Painting.
When you pull up in a brand new $85,000 GMC Sierra Denali, neighbors are going to notice, especially Gary. Don't make this weird, Gary. It's the Spring Into a Sierra giveaway at Northern Quest. Now through March 30th, play daily with your Cameras Rewards card, and you could have a brand new, fully loaded GMC Sierra in your driveway come spring. Details at northernquest.com.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Whether they're lifelong Subaru owners or first-time buyers, Subaru drivers in North Idaho have helped us grow into a dealership with over 70 employees. Employees who care about this community the way my family does, with vehicles we're proud to put our name on.
If you're interested in a new Subaru or ready to bring yours into our state-of-the-art service center, we'll give you the great service that we began generations ago.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker with the stories people are reading online this morning.
Andrew Tate, the divisive social media influencer and former professional kickboxer who's detained in Romania on suspicion of organized crime and human trafficking, arrived today at an appeals to challenge a decision last week to once again extend his detention by 30 days. Tate, a British U.S. citizen known for misogynistic views and his massive social media following, arrived at the Bucharest Court of Appeals handcuffed to his brother Tristan, who is also held in the same case. If the court rules against them again today, they will remain in custody until at least late March.
Locally, 2 Kootenai County 15-year-olds are facing burglary charges. Deputies say they stole things from nearly 24 unlocked cars, including a loaded revolver. Sheriff's deputies received a report of 2 suspicious men checking car doors in a driveway around 3:45 Sunday morning. When police arrived, the masked teenagers hid in some bushes. The teenagers are facing multiple charges of burglary, theft, and weapon charges.
Well, good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, February 27th. Let's check in with Mark in our first alert forecast for your Monday.
All right, we had Sunday morning snow, which melted off in an afternoon. And, of course, roads are treated. Things are looking pretty good. 22 degrees into Coeur d'Alene. We're sitting at 20 degrees in Spokane. And, again, we've got sun and clouds. Sun's starting to think about coming up. Look at the 4 things you need to know. We do have scattered skiffs mainly into Idaho right now. Snow's going to move in later on today. It looks like about the time you're heading home from work and school. Then snow overnight, 1 to 3 inches, and then partly cloudy for Wednesday as we get another break. So we look at the forecasted snow, and really it's an afternoon event for us. We're going to see about a 30% chance up into 3 o'clock, and then we're going to see that come in, and it's going to hang out throughout the night, and we're going to see some totals add up into the higher elevations, certainly far more than what we'll get in the valley, but that 1 to 3 inch span is looking pretty good, just like it did Sunday morning. 38 will be our high today, 37 Coeur d'Alene, St. Mary's, you're right there. Colville warming up single digits to 32 degrees today. So over the next 12 hours, again, about a 30% chance of seeing some light snow. Middle of the day, the afternoon, chances increase. Overnight, certainly, we're going to see some snow. Our high today, again, 38 degrees.
And this morning at the Breaking Now desk, the trial for Alex Murdaugh is set to resume today. This comes as the disgraced former attorney took the stand 2 days in a row last week in his own defense. Murdaugh has pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of murder and 2 weapons charges regarding the fatal shootings of his wife and son, whose bodies were discovered at their family estate in 2021. He denies killing his wife and son, but has admitted to other lies and crimes. Throughout the cross-examination on Friday, prosecutors relied heavily on Murdaugh's new admission that he was at the family's dog kennels moments before his wife and son were murdered.
Pretty much all of that was lies, wasn't it?
The part about me not being at the kennel was a lie.
Well, also not knowing that Paul went down there, not being sure, that was a lie too, wasn't it? I mean, you're putting some detail on this thing.
Prosecutors also using cell phone data to question Murdaugh about what he was doing in the 4 minutes between when he left the kennels and then drove to his mother's house. Murdaugh has also admitted to stealing millions from his clients and law firm, telling prosecutors, quote, "I took money that was not mine and I shouldn't have done it." The prosecution is now arguing Murdaugh's motive to kill his wife and son was to distract from 99 separate financial misconduct allegations he's also facing. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
The man accused of murdering a Spokane man during the 1980s has been brought back to the Inland Northwest. Last fall, Spokane police announced they arrested Tracy Pruitt for the murder of Archie Rutherford. They say they used Pruitt's DNA to connect him to the crime scene. They also matched his fingerprints to prints found in a Honda that was stolen from Rutherford's home. Pruitt had been on the police department's radar initially, but had left the area. He was arrested in Ohio just a few months after Rutherford's murder for rape, robbery, kidnapping, and assault, and served prison time there. Pruitt was finally extradited to Spokane last week, where he faces first-degree murder and robbery charges.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says a deputy was involved in a crash in Spokane Valley Saturday night. The deputy had on those emergency lights and siren. It happened in this area at Sprague University Road. The deputy was on their way to help with a robbery. That's when the Sheriff's Office believes the driver of a van did not stop for a red light at the intersection or yield to the deputy's car. The driver and passenger of the van and deputy were taken to the hospital. No one was seriously hurt. The Seattle School District recently filed a lawsuit against major tech companies accusing them of hooking young people on their platforms and creating a mental health crisis.
Overuse of social media for kids has become a big problem for parents and families everywhere. It's become a part of our everyday lives. We adults spend a fair amount of time each day scrolling through our feeds, but our kids spend even more time on social media, often several hours a day, and that can affect their mental health. Lisa Renner and Alana DePaulo see this social media effect all too often at Jadel Park High School, where they work as counselors.
I'd say over the last 15 years, there's been a progression of anxiety and depression that I see in, my practice at the schools I've been at. And I would say it's getting worse. It really kind of impacts how students see themselves and how they see their life and their reality, too.
In our special report tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we'll discuss the dangers our kids are finding at their fingertips, how too much social media can actually rewire their brains, and what we as parents can do about it all. You won't want to miss this story. Again, it's tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait to share it with you. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:36.
Mark is here, going to share the radar with us, where it looks kind of active right now.
It is in Idaho. There's some light skiffs, light snow that continue to move across I-90 as you get past 4th of July pass. Not huge accumulations here, but still, it's some light snow. We're going to see that move out and more light snow move in. That full forecast is coming your way.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Morning. Who said that? Whoa, where did that come from? Floating money.
Funny.
Good luck out there.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
Feel more connected to every fleeting moment. The Mazda CX-30 with available turbo engine. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. More power for your pursuit.
Embrace every unexpected turn in the all-wheel drive Mazda CX-30. We have over 60 Mazdas in stock now at Foothills Mazda. Take yours home today or visit SpokaneMazda.com.
At Perfection Tire, we meet a lot of customers who love their Toyo tires.
Made in the USA, Toyo tires are smooth and quiet in the summer and able to tackle our Northwest winters.
At Perfection Tire, expect low pricing, easy credit, and great warranties. Make Perfection your destination for Toyo tires.
Top quality Toyo tires at Perfection Tire, because nobody beats perfection.
Hey, lady, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
You're gonna... Yeah, okay, well...
It's 6:39. Everywhere from the New York City suburbs to New England is bracing for significant snowfall tonight into tomorrow.
Extreme weather has already brought icy conditions to the north and high winds and even tornadoes to the Midwest. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii with the details.
The powerful storms rolled across the plains in the middle of the night, with destructive winds from the Texas Panhandle to Kansas. People in Oklahoma City were urged to take immediate shelter after a confirmed tornado was on the move just outside the city. The winds ripping off roofs and throwing this RV against a house. In nearby Norman, Oklahoma, the damage is described as widespread.
All I heard was like rattling. The whole house was shaking. The door was going crazy. Our front window in our third bedroom busted through, and glass was just flying through the hallway, and it was kind of scary, yeah.
This is the same system that brought rain, wind, and snow to the West Coast, stranding drivers and closing down sections of major highways. More than 6 feet of snow fell in the higher elevations of Southern California. Hundreds of students from Orange County were stranded overnight at a camp in the San Bernardino Mountains. In Valencia, this embankment collapsed, sending motorhomes plunging into the river down below. Luckily, no one was hurt. As the storm moves east, forecasters are calling for more ice and snow in parts of Michigan, where thousands of customers were still without power 5 days after a storm blanketed parts of the state with ice. The storm is then expected to move into the northeast, with heavy rain today from the mid-Atlantic to New York City and snow to the north, 3 to 6 inches expected in Boston by Tuesday. Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, already blanketed with snow earlier, gearing up for more. Tomorrow morning could be a messy commute for cities along the I-95 corridor, where several inches of snow is possible. Andrea Fuji, ABC News, New York.
We're tracking some light snow coming in. Your 10-second takeaway. Mild start. The snow later. It looks like drive time heading home from work and school. Light winter gear is going to be needed today. We've got a mild start. 38 will be our high today.
More than 1 million Halloween and autumn-themed candles are being recalled after reports of glass cracking causing burns and cuts. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says the recall covers these certain scents of mainstay 3-wick candles sold at Walmart stores. The 14-ounce candles were sold at those stores nationwide and online from September through November of this past year. The recall notice cites a dozen reports of candles burning too close to the container's edge, causing glass to crack. If you have them, stop using those candles and contact the manufacturer for a full refund. Good morning. Northwest time is 6:42.
Yep, we'll be back with your full forecast, with Mark Peterson coming up right after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Spring is in the air and creativity is blooming everywhere at Custer's 46th Annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Join us as 250 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at CusterShows.com. Custer's Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
Pure Filtration Products is your Inland Northwest indoor air quality specialist. With a 12,000 square foot warehouse of filters, you are sure to find what you need for your commercial, industrial, or manufacturing needs.
I recommend working with PFP because they have the product that I need.
PFP's high quality products can assist in eliminating airborne contaminants. PFP can size UV light to your system to disinfect the air to keep it clean and safe.
I recommend PFP because of their service, the quality of their product, and I'll keep coming back.
Call or come in and talk to one of our certified air filtration specialists.
Right now, lease a 2022 GMC Sierra for $495 a month, and GE will include a $500 rebate and a $1,500 lease loyalty rebate for qualified buyers. The Sierra features a 310 horsepower high-output engine and 8-speed automatic transmission, best-in-class crew cab, stylish 20-inch wheels, and much more. Come see the selection of new Sierras just off I-90 at George G. Buick GMC, the top volume GMC Buick dealer in Washington State.
Hey, have you seen this TikTok family pairing thing?
Yeah, it's a bunch of settings we can customize.
So
Shauna's parents will be like, okay, so I'm thinking 40 minutes of screen time a day. And Shauna's all like, what? I think 60 is fair. Or you know how Ricky posts those 6 solos? Well, his dad's like, these are sick, but they're only sick for you and your friends. Or you could be like, I'm extending your screen time, son, and your curfew.
I don't sound like that. Do I sound like that?
I've been in the sporting goods business all my life, and what my customers tell me is they want American. They want made in the USA. They want boats powered by Mercury outboards. They want rough, tough, and durable. They want freedom. Freedom to go where they want and to come home safe. Come meet the crew at Elephant Boys. Powered by Mercury Outboards. We have what you want.
4 News Now is brought to you by Washington Trust Bank.
Welcome back. It is now 6:45. Restaurant Week is in full swing now.
And as you try new foods and eateries, you'll also have a chance to give back to the people who make your dining experience possible. Bronte Sorotsky explains how a partnership with Big Table does just that.
Restaurant Week is huge for our local businesses, and thanks to a partnership with Big Table, they'll have the support that they need this week and every week to keep going.
If somebody needs help, they can get it. They know they can get it.
Cochinito in downtown Spokane is one of many restaurants participating in Restaurant Week and Big Table's partnership.
While Restaurant Week is to showcase just how great this culinary scene is, the reality is oftentimes there's struggles with those frontline employees that exist within the industry. Maybe they're struggling with rent, maybe they have a broken down car, maybe they don't have dental insurance and they're going through a dental need.
That's why Big Table is helping out. Here's how. On the back of menus, restaurant goers will find a QR code which will take them to Big Table's website. From there, they can leave an extra tip for a restaurant worker who may be going through a tough time.
That donation will in turn go to help somebody be stable and to be able to work through a crisis that maybe they wouldn't otherwise be able to work through.
For restaurant employees like those at Cochinito, this partnership is huge.
I mean, it means a life. It means a big difference for everybody.
And while Restaurant Week will continue on through next Saturday, the work that Big Table does to support our local restaurant workers will go on long after. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
All right, you're taking a look at the McCarthy Athletic Center here this morning, and that place was rocking on Saturday morning with ESPN's College Game Day in town for sure.
So fun.
How early did they get there? Like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning? I mean, they were on air at 6, right?
Yeah.
It was.
And then you had hundreds of kids camping out.
Yeah.
So
it was wild.
It was great. Sort of cool. Calmer now. Calmer now, as you can see. We have winds calmer now, and we don't have snow falling from the sky, but we do have some cold temperatures out there with a fairly clear sky. Up into Meade, 17, 19 into Deer Park. Officially, we're sitting at 20 degrees, but you have mid-20s downtown and out into the valley. We look at what we have further out, single digits in Colville with a clear sky and 9, Winthrop here at 9, and then we head south, we're into the mid to upper 20s. So our high today is going to be 38 degrees. We're going to get afternoon snow. So we have about a 30% chance of light snow midday, and then it picks up in intensity and percentage for the afternoon. So we're looking at 5, 6 o'clock by the latest models, and then some light snow overnight down to 26 degrees and adding up to 1 to 3 inches of snow by tomorrow morning's commute. You're getting up and getting ready. So we've got it building in, and it's going to take a while. It's down south. We're going to see that move. Our radar really looking at noon to have that from Republic all the way south through Ritzville with light showers. We're going to have rain into the Tri-Cities. So 4 or 5 o'clock, we see that coming with light snow. We're going to see that add up to, again, 1 to 3 inches. Going to be some quick hits, some breaks, and then more coming in through the 6 o'clock hour. Today's highs going to be in the upper 30s all over the place, looking pretty good. And we're going to see that all the way into areas of North Idaho, where Spirit Lake, you'll be at 35 degrees, and Deer Park up north, you'll be at 34. We look at our planning forecast. Now, so we're going to see, again, around 4 or 5 o'clock, that light snow adding up to 1 to 3 inches by tomorrow morning. Then we're going to get a break Tuesday afternoon all the way through Wednesday with overnight lows down to 19 with a clear sky. And then we see another round come in on Thursday of, again, expected light snow. And then a break on Friday, and then we get more coming in for the weekend, which will add to the ski areas, which, by the way, everyone had a great time this weekend. I heard reports from my friends from all over the place saying the snow was great because it was cold and there was some fresh. All right, you can see on Thursday, 38 degrees for the high and the extreme team reveal. Well, here's what happened over the weekend. Had to get ready, so spent the day Saturday prepping the Spokane Hope Center on East Sprague Avenue. And again, this is a place for children born deaf or hard of hearing. We're going to double their space. So we had to get, there's concrete walls as well as the new walls that we built, have to get everything ready for painting and to get everything to look good. So today, it's going to be floor prep to get ready for, again, Shad McLeod to put in the ProSource carpeting that we had 1,500 pounds of carpeting going in tomorrow. Also, we have new doors that are going up. Again, Builders First Source and Alliance Door Products donating these doors. They're going to be put up, and then Rada Paint. So you're looking at a 5-gallon bucket. We have 5 of those and another 5 gallons on order. There's going to be a lot of painting going on, and Horizon Credit Union their volunteers love to paint. Not so much. But they're going to be.
They do.
They will split them up. Each will have a room, and it'll make it go so much faster. There will be an end in sight for these guys.
I love it. They do good stuff. It's now 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint's coming up next.
Thanks for being with us.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Foothills Mazda.
Click-It RV Northside Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys got to beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it. Or come to our huge selection, from travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes. The huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee only at Click-It RV and ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click-It RV.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
You even remember to water the house plants.
I do this? You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office.
We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
For over 6 decades, first as the Spokane Guild School, now as Joya, we have been providing care that is second to none. Now we have a building to match. Joya, every child is limitless.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire is making room for new inventory. For a limited time, you can create your ideal space and save on in-stock selections. Sofas, chairs, tables, and more. Comfortable and beautiful furniture makes a house feel like home. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Say hello to Monday, y'all. We're all new with Anthony Mackie from We Have a Ghost. And yes, I will need to ask him about the new Captain America. It will happen.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your work week and this Monday with the Morning Sprint.
Sydney Charles live with details on a pivotal week in the Supreme Court for student loan forgiveness debt.
But let's get right to Mark first, telling us when we can expect some snow moving in.
It'll be later on today, no doubt about it. First Alert Weather, and that First Alert Weather app is free and available in the App Store. You're going to see, again, current conditions are mild. We're sitting at 20 degrees. We'll warm to 38. Grand Coulee, 37. Look for Colville to get up to 32, but they're sitting at 9 degrees right now. So we look at the forecasted snow. It looks to move in this afternoon. About the time the kids getting out of school, you're getting out of work. But overnight, we're going to see that add in for tomorrow morning's commute to get, again, potentially a little dicey.
2 Kootenai County 15-year-olds are facing burglary charges. Deputies say they stole valuables from nearly 24 unlocked cars. Sheriff's deputies received a report of 2 suspicious men checking car doors in a driveway around 3:45 Sunday morning. When police arrived, those masked teenagers hid in some bushes. Deputies arrested them after a short chase. The teenagers are facing multiple charges of burglary, theft, and weapon charges.
The Spokane Valley man accused of raping 2 young boys is back in court tomorrow. 62-year-old Patrick Kabiza was released from jail until his next court appearance on the condition that he agreed to have no contact with children and to stay at least 1,000 feet away from the victims. Kabiza is accused of raping those 2 boys at his home this past winter.
Today is the day green yard waste bins start getting picked up again in the city of Spokane. It's a great time to dispose of fall leaves, food scraps, and food soiled paper items that can be composted instead of dumped in with all your regular trash. And this is a look at some of those waste products that can go into those green bins. When you request a green bin, a monthly payment of $18.84 will be added to your utility bill.
And the U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear oral arguments this week on President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Lawyers backing two key legal efforts to block the plan are set to argue their cases before the Supreme Court justices tomorrow. The Biden student loan forgiveness plan cancels up to $10,000 in student loans for people who earn less than $125,000 a year and $20,000 for Pell Grant recipients. Separate lawsuits filed by two boroughs and a group of Republican-led states argue the president's plan is an illegal abuse of power and is unfair to some borrowers.
The man accused of murdering a Spokane man during the 1980s was extradited to Spokane last week. Last fall, Spokane police announced they arrested Tracy Pruitt for the murder of Archie Rutherford. They say they used Pruitt's DNA to connect him to the crime scene. They also matched his fingerprints to prints found in a Honda that was stolen from Rutherford's home. Pruitt was arrested in Ohio just a few months after Rutherford's murder for rape, robbery, kidnapping, and assault, and served prison time there. He is now facing first-degree murder and robbery charges.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says a deputy was involved in a crash in Spokane Valley Saturday night. It happened in this area, Sprague and University. The deputy was on their way to help with a robbery. That's when the Sheriff's Office believes the driver of a van did not stop for a red light at the intersection or yield to the deputy's car. The driver and passenger of the van and deputy were taken to the hospital. None seriously hurt.
At least 61 migrants, including children, were killed when their boat broke apart on the rocks off the coast of Calabria, Italy. The vessel left the Turkish city of Izmir 3 or 4 days ago with up to 150 people on board. About 80 people were saved from the water while clinging to pieces of the boat.
Newspapers around the country dropped the Dilbert comic strip over the weekend following a racist tirade by its creator, Scott Adams. In a YouTube video, he called Black Americans a hate group and suggested white people should, quote, get the hell away from them. Adams has since said on Twitter that the cancellation of his cartoon signals that free speech in America is under assault.
Andrew Tate, the Device's social media influencer who's detained in Romania on suspicion of organized crime and human trafficking, arrived today at an appeals to challenge a decision last week to once again extend his detention by 30 days.
Some lucky people got to see a rare sight for our area last night, the Northern Lights. The aurora borealis happens as a result of disturbances in the magnetosphere caused by solar wind. This is a picture from the National Weather Service of Spokane. If you took your own pictures of last night's aurora and want to share them with us, you can email them to Mark Peterson at markp@kxly.com.
In a few minutes on Good Morning America, a new warning about criminals exploiting a security feature on phones to access victims' entire digital lives. Learn how you can protect yourself coming up on GMA. We're back to that final check of the weather with Mark coming up right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Your kids want smartphones, but too much screen time can be dangerous. How do parents find a healthy balance? And what's at stake if we don't? I'm Derek Dice. 4 News Now starts the conversation with my special report, The Social Media Effect, Tuesday on Good Morning Northwest.
When you need repairs to your vehicle, just look for this.
Your trusted, locally owned resource for efficient, cost-effective repairs.
Our Perfection Tire certified techs can do it all.
When that check engine light comes on, we can fix it. Need brakes? We can fix it. Factory scheduled maintenance, wipers not working, headlight out, squeaky belt, oil change, coolant leak, wheel alignment. Guess what? At Perfection Tire, we can fix it.
Why go anywhere else? We do it all. Nobody beats perfection.
All right, good morning, everybody. Oh, look at the sunshine, blue sky. The sun is up officially, and that's what we've got. But here's what we also have. The fact that we're going to see another system load in today, about a 30% chance of some light snow midday, but it's an 80% chance we'll see it this afternoon, this evening, as you're heading home from work and school. So be prepared for that. That's going to gather overnight. We're going to see 1 to 3 inches of snow, and we'll see a high tomorrow of 35 degrees. Now, temperatures are above freezing, so that's going to help. We're going to get a break Tuesday afternoon all the way through Wednesday, and then another round of light snow Thursday with a high of 38 degrees.
Mark, thank you much.
And thank you so much for being with us. Good Morning America starts in just a couple of seconds. We'll see you throughout with updates.